Hopefully by the end of this video, we are going to make you a better trader. Without a shred of doubt, this video will do so. So make sure you stick around till the end of the video. I'm going to be talking about some tips that will help improve your trading. I'm going to talk to you guys about a huge realization, something that I found within my data that has absolutely changed my trading moving forward. I can't wait to share that data with you. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, guys. So the topic of this video is going to be about journaling. And before you click off this video, I don't care if you're a new beginner. I don't care if you are an advanced trader. Please watch this video because I know it's going to provide you with a ton of value. You're either going to reflect back on to the times that you didn't do this and reflect on how much it's improved your trading, or you don't do this like myself. My first couple of years of trading, I did not journal my trades at all. And I want to explain to you guys how much it's impacted me moving forward to where I am now and where I'm headed. It's so funny because when I first started trading, I feel like I was going through the motions, right? Like a lot of you, I would show up every single day and I thought my growth only came from sitting in front of the charts and taking trades. I thought my growth only came from taking and executing trades, right? To a certain extent, that is true. You have to get used to that and you only grow by taking more trades as your journey goes on. But at the same time, it's the work that you do behind the scenes that actually shapes you into becoming a better trader. If you were to just go out and trade every single day without fixing any of your mistakes, you aren't going to get better at trading. You're just going to continuously follow the same loop, the losing loop, over and over and over again, right? It's only until you correct something that you move forward with it, right? You make progress, right? So I just wanted to share with you guys a reflection on how when I started out, guys, I literally just went through the motions. And for the longest time, I feel like it really hindered my progress. And it wasn't until the last couple of years that I started to take journaling very serious, but not only journal. I'm going to tell you guys another thing as the video goes on that when combined actually made me a way better trader. So without further ado, let's jump into point number one, guys. Obviously, I just talked about it, journaling your trades. You may be asking me, what platform do I use to journal my trades? Notion, it's a free platform. I will leave it in the description of the video. With this platform, you're able to put screenshots of your trades, right? You can take screenshots of anything. You can take screenshots of your dog if you want to throw it in Notion as well. Maybe a picture of me, you can throw it in there too. But the purpose of this is to have a free journal online. I prefer online because then you can access it from your phone, you can access it from your computer, anywhere in the world, right? Your journal is there. It's not just on like a piece of paper or a journal that you have to write in, right? So having this, it allows you to do a lot of things. It allows you to find out where your trades are happening, when they're happening, and that's a big part of it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about what I do, how I journal, and you can take this. You know, you can use it, you can throw it out, but hopefully it gets your brain going and you can kind of you can adapt how you journal to your personality type and what you want to see in your trading, maybe things you're lacking, whatever it may be. But this is everything that I journal, okay? So what I do, guys, is I will journal my trades. I will journal what time of day they happened, okay? What time within the session they happened, what session. I will journal how long they take to hit TP, right? Because that's a big thing for me. A lot of the times if price is acting up within my entry, because I enter on the lower time frames with confirmation, it should usually go right away. If it's consolidating too long around my entry, sometimes I'll cancel the trade because I know based on my data that there's a certain amount of time my trades usually take, right? Once you have that data, you are able to build a sample. You are able to build a playbook based on those trades, and it gives you a great idea of when your setup is highest probability. It gives you an idea of when your setup is most likely going to happen, literally down to the time. Another thing that you should be journaling every single day, besides just the trades that you're taking, is I want you guys to do an end of day markup. Now, most of you probably already do this, but if you don't, like myself, my first couple of years of my journey, the end of day markup is when you go over price action from that day. Do it just the session that you trade. Like for example, I only trade New York, so I'm only going to do a markup of New York session. But if you trade London, do London. If you want to do them all, you can. But what you're essentially doing here is going over the day and you're going to mark out in hindsight. So after the trades have already happened, you're going to take screenshots of the trades that happened towards your plan. So trades you took, didn't take, maybe you got swept, all that good stuff. And I want you to mark out on that chart what time the trades happened and take screenshots of the trade there. So put your risk reward tool on there as if you took the trade so that you can study this, right? And by screenshotting it and putting it into Notion, you are now able to build a playbook of the setups that are happening on a daily basis. Setups you miss, setups you take, setups you lost, right? You're training your mind, you're picking up on these patterns. Not only are you picking up on the patterns, but you're picking up on the time that they happened at, right? The time that they happen. And you'll notice, and I'll talk about this later, that a lot of your setups are gonna happen around the exact same time each day, which is really, really crazy. And once you have this data, it makes trading way more fun because you are only increasing your probabilities, right? You're only increasing your odds of not only your trades working out, but the time that you are taking these trades, right? What I want you to do after you have journaled the trades, after you've journaled the trades you take, after you've done your markups every single day, is I want you to actually study the data. This is something I'm very, very guilty of. I'd say for my first little bit of collecting data, I'm guilty right now, guys. I wouldn't even look at it after. I would screenshot, I would do the end of day markups, but then that was it. I would move on and I'd move on and move on. And looking back at it, I was totally going through the motions. And that's literally all that is doing, because you're taking the extra effort to do that stuff, but then you're not actually studying it, right? It'd be like, this is literally what I would do in high school, guys. If you want to know why I did so bad in high school, it would be like me taking notes and then never looking over them ever again, right? Yes, you're doing the work, but you're not actually taking in what the notes are supposed to do for you, and that's value, provide you with value and knowledge, right? It'd be like me sitting there writing down a lecture in university, but then for the test, never looking over those notes ever again, right? See how silly it kind of sounds? The same thing applies to trading. So if you're like myself, maybe I'm a lone wolf here, but I want to share it with you guys anyway. I feel like I was spinning my tires in growth. I was still growing because I was still seeing the patterns that were happening every single day, but I wasn't growing at a pace I should have. I wasn't maximizing my potential because I wasn't looking over the data that I was working so hard to collect, right? Instead of just forgetting about it, instead of just journaling and forgetting about it, I want you to study the trades and find any common similarities between the trades that you are taking, right? Are these setups happening the beginning in New York? Are these setups happening at the end in New York? Am I getting in too early? Is there a common theme here? Am I getting stopped out too much? Maybe I should wait for liquidity to be taken out of the market. Maybe I should wait till New York opens is over, right? Maybe you're someone who enters before New York and you have a higher strike rate then. The whole point is to study your trades down to the window that the highest probabilities are in your favor. Then you want to be on the charts for that time. When I started trading, I was guilty of thinking that more time on the charts meant more setups, meant more wins, when that is not true. Think of the market as a zero-sum game, right? The market wants to trick people into getting in, to provide liquidity to take them out for the people that are on the right side of the market, right? So when you limit your amount of time on the charts to the window that your setup is happening, all that is doing is increasing your probabilities and making you a better trader, because you don't have to slave on the charts all day, which is not the goal, and you're able to jump in and clock in for work at the exact time that you need to be there to catch your setup. And guess what? If your setup isn't there, you're done. Some of my best trader friends that I have only spend like an hour a day looking for setups. 1 hour out of their day looking for setups. Because with their data that they've collected and studied, they see, okay, I only take setups the first hour of London Open. If my setup isn't there in the first hour, I know because of my data and the series of trades that I have and the data that I've collected that it's not going to happen that day. So why on earth are you sitting on there longer than you have to? All it's going to do is make you take setups that are less probability. Therefore, you are going to take losses instead of just maximizing on your wins and being more efficient with your time, right? With that time, you can go out, you can go to the gym, you can start other businesses, you can relax, you can do anything else. But slaving on here at times that probabilities are not in your favor is only hurting you. It truly, truly is. What I want to share with you guys here is a big finding that I recently found. What I want to share with you guys is something that I found within my data that actually blew my mind. It is something that I always was conscious of, but I didn't actually go back and study it the way I should have until recently, where I really connected the dots here. And it's honestly changed my trading moving forward. I started doing it this week and it's unbelievable. The first day that I implemented this, I hit a banging trade, 1 to 5% trade on Swiss shorts yesterday or Tuesday when you guys are seeing this. So yesterday. And it's just very, very cool. Okay. So with my data that I was collecting, this is crazy stat. I have one win. I'm not kidding. I have one win in 2023 before 9 o'clock New York session. So every trade that I have taken in New York that has won has been after 9 o'clock, primarily after stocks have opened. What I realized is all of my losses, guys, all of my losses came at the beginning of New York session when it's making that little false move. I kept getting caught in the false move. Then price would take me out and reverse. Or I would get swept at 9:30 open and it would reverse. I'm not kidding, down to the T. One win this year. So what I decided to do was I'm only going to get on the charts around the times that my winning trades happen. So with my data that I collected, I went and looked, okay, I'm entering all my winning trades here. I'm entering between 9:10 and 9:40. So that window is when my setup is most likely going to happen. And guys, like science, it comes down to that window every single day for me when my setup is there. Obviously, not every single day is a trading day, but you get what I'm saying. My highest probability is that window, okay? So why would I be on the charts before that? All I'm doing is setting myself up to potentially get tricked into entering trades, all that kind of stuff. I like to think of it as I was clocking in for work hours before work. So I was just sitting there watching price. Maybe I'd start work too early and mess up and all that stuff. But you guys get the analogy of what I'm trying to say. It's unbelievable. So this week I made a rule for myself. I'm not going to take any trades until after 9 a.m. Okay? After 9 a.m. So Tuesday, which was yesterday, I didn't get on the charts until 8:45. 9 a.m. comes along. I know exactly what I'm looking for. By 9:20, I'm in my trade. And then by 10 o'clock, it had hit TP. And then I was done for the day. I cut my time in half of being on the charts in the morning. What I did with the time yesterday is I went for a walk. I listened to a podcast. I read my book. Then I got on with the charts instead of just getting on and sitting there and taking low probability trades. This is something that I was excited to share with you guys because I am super excited. It kind of blew my mind. And I'm going to be moving forward with this 100%. And I am so excited. So in closing, guys, if you aren't actually going over the data, if you aren't actually going over your winning and losing trades, you're just going through the motions. You're not actually giving yourself the best chance at succeeding in this craft. And isn't that what you want to do? I know if you're taking time out of your day to watch this video, to sit here and watch my videos, that you care about this. You want to succeed at this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So if you do want to succeed at this and you care about it that much, do me a favor, guys, and start journaling your trades. But not only journal them, study them. Study them down to the time of day, how long they take, all that stuff. If you guys do want to see a video of me breaking down my Notion, let me know in the comments and I'll do that. But think of it this way, guys. This is our game tape. All professional athletes, boxers, any sports, they study previous game tape. Why? To get better. To make sure they're not reliving the same mistakes game after game after game. Because sometimes you're not consciously aware that you're making these mistakes. And once you correct these mistakes, you're able to move forward way quicker, way more strategic and efficient. So think of this. We're mental athletes. All we're doing when we journal our trades and we look over them is we're looking over our game tape to get better and better. How better, you may ask? 1% better every single day. I appreciate you all. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button. It helps my channel out. You guys are insane. I think we're about to hit 26,000 subscribers by the time this video is out, which is just mind-blowing. And yeah, 1% better every single day. I'll see you beauties on Sunday. Take care, everyone.